Welcome to this quick lesson on simplifying expressions. Some key terms involved with simplifying expressions are coefficient and like terms. Now, a coefficient is the number that might go with a variable. So, for example, 6x, the coefficient is 6. If I had the expression 12y, the coefficient is 12. Now, like terms aren't necessarily like numbers. They're terms that have the same variable involved. So, for example, if I look through all the terms I have written in blue here, my like terms would be all the terms that have an x with it. So 6x and negative 3x and 7x. Those would be my like terms. Those are x's. They're similar. Another set of like terms would be 7y and 8y. So notice the number doesn't have anything to do with it. It's the variable, or perhaps they don't have a variable, like 3 and 6 do not have a variable. But those are like terms. In a second here, we're going to talk about how we can combine these like terms. So let's suppose we need to simplify the expression 5x plus 9x. Well, 5x means that I have 5 of them. So I've got a bucket where I've got 5 x's sitting in there. We just use the number 5 rather than writing all these x's out. 9x means that I have, in bucket number 2, I have 9 x's. And now the operation that's putting them together is an addition sign. So if I had 5 in this bucket and 9 in the red bucket, altogether there are 14 x's. So 5x plus 9x is 14x. Sometimes we have an expression where not all the terms are alike. We have 14x plus 9 plus 6x. Well, I know for sure 14x and 6x, those are like terms. And much like I did prior, I've got 14 x's in one bucket, I've got 6 x's in another bucket, so I have 20 x's altogether. Now there's nothing I can combine with that 9 there, so I'm just going to put it at the end. At the end. So my expression simplifies to 20x plus 9. It goes from something that has 3 terms to an expression that has 2 terms. We got a couple more examples that are going to get a little more complicated. Here there is a lot more going on. So I'm going to circle my like terms. We've got 10 plus 12x minus 12 minus 3x plus 7 minus 8. I'm going to use purple, and I'm going to circle my like terms that have an x. So we have 12x and negative 3x. So when I combine, that's like saying 12x minus 3x. So put those together, we have 9x. Now I'm going to go through and find those numbers. We've got 10 minus 12 plus 7 minus 8. So the first thing I'm going to do is put those positive numbers together. So I've got this 10 minus 12 plus 7 minus 8. Well, 10 minus 12, that becomes negative 2. Plus 7, that becomes 5. and then minus 8, that would give us negative 3. So when I combine those four numbers, it turns out to be minus 3. So this expression really got a lot simpler. It went from 6 terms down to 2. Let's try a couple more. What happens when we have an exponent put into place? So now we've got 4x to the second power. I can't combine it with a regular x. I need to combine it with another term that has an x to the second power. So the x to the second power is my like term. Now I just deal with the numbers. This says 4 minus 8. That would leave me with negative 4 x to the second power. Now I'm going to use circles to get the x's together. We've got positive 2x minus 5x. That's a negative 3x. And then there is nothing to combine with that 6, so we put it at the end. And there's my simplified expression. Okay, last problem here. Again, we've got some big powers. So here's x to the third powers. 4 minus 2 is 2. X to the third power comes along for the ride. Now we have positive 2x squared, positive 16x squared, and that leaves us with 18x squared. Now I'm going to go for negative 4x plus 2x. That leaves me with a minus 2x. Minus 13 in the end. There's nothing to combine it with. There's my simplified expression. So to simplify these, circle the like terms. Use any shape you can. If you want to use different colors to help you figure out what you're combining, do so. It helps make life easier when you have it written out, color-coded, using shapes. Okay, you can find the assignment. It's a worksheet. Turn it in when you are finished.